Racism is just like AIDS. Nobody ever dies from AIDS. Nobody ever sees racism as racism, and therefore it's, I think, reflected in the cultural differences, hence the different perceptions we have of each other, our different relationship practices, which is informed by our culture.
Well, every day, it's not only from the whites, we get it from the blacks as well. You know, if there's a difference of opinion, it becomes a racial issue. Even if it's not a racial issue.
For us, so it is probably more intertribal than actually racist, or gender than race. Yeah. There's also a huge amount of ageism, where age brings status, and therefore you don't appreciate the youngsters, and you don't give what good is a 20-year-old going to contribute to my conversation type of thing. So it's almost like a sense of entitlement that's, I think, the bigger issue.
I think the differences between people are more cultural than they are anything else, actually.
There is culture, but we can work our ways around it.
You're more right than the other. And for me, that's the greater problem.
That creates that them and us. They have, we don't have. Why do they have? Because they're connected. And we attach color to that. Now, again, as I said earlier on about AIDS, nobody dies of AIDS. There's no racism in this country. But in how people relate to each other, the perceptions, that's where racism expresses itself, in access to economic opportunity and all of those kinds of things.
And tolerance, and I think that while it's not fully integrated, right? You don't see as much integration here as you do in cities. But I think it definitely has become a lot more tolerant and a lot more pleasant than it used to be.
We do not have time in South Africa to be racist. There are more burning issues. People don't have homes, people don't have water, crime, corruption, drug trafficking.
The narrative and the dialogue around racism should be carefully balanced because it's if we generalize, we have serious problems, because not all people have the same character traits. I think people react differently to whatever situation there is, informed by their background and their socio-economic sort of outlook on life. Yeah.